It was kind of weird because
30 seconds.
one time
Also, I'm sure you had him to go have 13 rebounds against Wisconsin.
And why I wasn't as Irish.
Guaranteed.
Marquette's coming first.
Clearly been this talented the whole time.
Yeah, exactly. Nobody gave him 32 minutes. That's what happens when you get free throw 32 minutes.
I played him in high school. He just said keep
I love Mike.
closing statement from Coach, then we'll take whatever questions you have.
So, no, I'm sorry to keep everybody up so late, I guess, but yeah, I had to do what we had to do. Hinkle Fieldhouse, Friday night, 9 o'clock. That was an unbelievable, great game, unbelievable atmosphere. I told these guys in the locker room, that's what you come here for, to come to a sellout. You get on the court with a Butler jersey on, a sellout crowd in front of you against a high-level team, and it raises you to play at your best. And so we were trying to get it over a little bit earlier because Emerson Campen, one of our assistants, his wife is in the hospital about to have a baby, so the extra 20 minutes probably didn't help her nerves, but I think he got there as quick, so we're wishing him the best and Kylie the best and praying for a safe, a healthy delivery. As far as the game, I just thought, our guys battled. It wasn't perfect. We kind of talked before the game, obviously, with Christian's injury, with Aaron being out. But we've had some experience early on with some adversity, and where Kamara was out, and we had 6 guys, and you have things to draw on as you go through a season, just reference points to help you keep believing. And I think this past week was critical for us, where our leadership was tremendous at Villanova. The last couple of days in practice, these 3 guys have been leading at a high, just a high level, and just keeping the group encouraged, keeping them connected. And that's what you saw out there was, they didn't go away. We've got really good team, a lot of respect for their program, but our guys didn't quit either. They just kept fighting, and we were tougher longer.
Talk about Kamara did down the stretch. I think 28 after halftime. I don't even know what his last 5 minutes or so was. What was it like just to see him do that? You've seen him do it before, but to see it on that level in that kind of a stage.
Yeah, I think he, obviously, Kamar's a special person, special player. It's like, hey, Marcus Howard's really good, and guys in this league are really good. He's just as good as any of them, and his main goal is just to win. Whatever he has to do for his team to win ball games, and obviously teammates have a ton of belief in him. We believe in him, and he stepped up and obviously made some big ones. But I thought defensively it was big as anything. Mark Howard's got 18 at halftime, and Henry and Kamara kind of both shouldered the bulk of the load together, one at a time. So a lot of times it was Hen, and a lot of times it was Kamara, and did a really good job defensively. As much as the big shots that he made, I thought the defensive effort was great.
Excuse me, Kamara, as much as you had to defend, I guess conventional wisdom would be that you'd be a little tired at the end of the game, and shots would be short and all that kind of stuff. I mean, what allows you to I guess, elevate at such a high level at the time of the game when seemingly you would be kind of weary from chasing Marcus Howard around?
My teammates, we just came together and was like, we're just gonna get the job done. With him as well, we just encourage one another to fight through it and just continue to play for each other, and that's what we were able to do.
How'd you start finding more space in the mid-range shots and get that thing to fall? It seemed like you were trying to go to the rim a lot early. It was obviously tough to do that with John there. How did you sort of find a rhythm in the mid-range game?
I just started leaving early in the ball screen because I knew they were on the red, so just run the guard off the screen earlier, and it was open because he was staying underneath the basket to protect it. So,
Henry, you averaged 4 minutes a game before this game. Aaron going down, Christian going down. You had 21 minutes in the second half, held Marcus Howard to 3 of 15 shooting. How are you able to step in after being so cold, it seems like?
We do a great job of training in the summertime, and then our practice, I do a lot of extra stuff. You know what I'm saying? After, I'm going extra hard just to stay ready, just because we all have to be ready to step up, anybody on the team. So just staying ready, staying conditioned is what we do.
And did coach tell you that you were going to be getting extra minutes now that 2 guys were down, or what was the conversation like with that?
It's just always just stay ready. You know what I'm saying? I'm never just down and out. I'm just always trying to stay ready, because anything can happen during any game. So I just want to stay ready.
What's it just like to cover him? What did you feel like you did well? What were you going into this game? When knowing you were going to draw that assignment, what are you thinking in terms of how you try to stop him? What did you think you did well in terms of just, slowing him down?
We did a great job of just helping off his screens. Like when I was trailing him, it was hard for me to stay with him sometimes. So other guys had to help me out. I helped Kamara out whenever he was guarding him. So we all did a great job of team defense on him. It wasn't just me or Kamara; it was all of us.
And just being on the court, playing, getting minutes, and dunking the ball and everything. Is that a feeling that you haven't felt in a while?
Nah. I mean, it's just whenever I'm watching or when I'm not in the game, I'm still as hype as I am when I'm in the game. So even when you're out, you're in.
When, and it's not just Butler, any time a team has, one player who's, making this remarkable run and stuff like that, it's almost easy to start watching and not, everybody quits moving and so forth. I guess what was the dynamic, like there at the end when Kamara was so hot, but everyone was making themselves available to? I mean, it's probably kind of a delicate balance that you guys have to strike.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely fun to be out there and watch him do what he does, but at the same time, like, he draws so much attention, so just being ready for him to drive and draw so many guys and then have open teammates, and he does a great job of finding guys when they're open, so just staying ready, but at the same time, yeah, it's really fun to watch him do what he does.
Well, what were you thinking when you get fouled in regulation with 20 seconds left in a tie ball game? How just stunned were you at that point?
I was pretty stunned at first because I was thinking maybe they were down, but I mean I thought it was tied, but just step up and win the game, just knock them in. So.
LaVall, I'll be the one to ask the inevitable. Up 3.
Yeah, we
at the end.
didn't execute that well.
Okay, you wanted to foul.
Yeah, that was the conversation. So obviously, we've got practice. We've got tomorrow off, and we got some situations to cover in practice, and that was the conversation. But give our guys credit. We moved on quick. Like I said, our leadership, in the huddle while I'm losing my mind about poor execution. These guys were moving on, and helped me move on to the next play. And so that's what it's been all year, just more voices. Aaron Thompson was tremendous. Christian David, I mean, you guys couldn't hear it in the huddles. Those guys were unbelievable in every timeout huddle. Just you heard them. I don't hear Christian when he's in a jersey. I heard him in the timeout huddle all night long, just helping his teammates, coaching his teammates. There's such a love for each other with this group and a passion. Obviously, they got a goal in mind, but it was just great to be a part of, that and watching these guys grow individually and collectively.
You were down 6 pretty late. Marquette was not faltering. They were scoring possession after possession. I guess what was the feeling in the huddles and on the floor? I don't say it looked bleak. But Marquette was playing so well. They weren't going to lose the game. You're going to have to overtake them.
Yeah, I think in that huddle we talked about just competing and staying tougher longer. Honestly, defense has been our staple all season. So the last 4 minutes we knew we had to get huge stops, and then Kamara was just special down the stretch offensively. So the biggest thing was just us getting stops.
Rod, you've been probably in some three-point shootouts with Michigan and Bayline and that kind of stuff. Did you guys ever win a game allowing 16 three-pointers?
Yeah, sometimes it's just the way the game works out. We played Kansas one time. They scored 52 points in the paint, and somehow we win the game. And so, seeing just things that analytically may not make the most sense. So, yeah, you think when the team's hit 16 threes, you shouldn't win that game. But obviously, that's why you play the game, and there's a will about this group that they wouldn't be denied. And so, like I said, you could hear them in the timeouts just pulling each other together, encouraging each other. They made some timely ones, down the stretch, just off the dribble to keep themselves in it. So those were big. But our guys just stayed the course, and that's something to be proud of.
Your three-point defense was a failure. They were just simply hot, and it was difficult to
yeah,
neutralize.
well, part of it is when you have so much attention on Howard, and like Henry said, it was a team thought. Some of them were, maybe by strategies. Like now, when they got hot, you got to make an adjustment. But I thought, we did a really good job on him early in the second half, and he started sharing the ball with his teammates, and they made some big ones. Number 2 out of the corner, number 1, replacing up in their action. And so, then we adjusted and kind of found a little bit of a stride. And the ones at the end were they were competing. I mean, triple down, pull up, and shoot it in. Those are tough shots to make, and they made them.
How bad is Aaron's wrist?
You know what? He was, I would say, it would be day to day from here. It was obviously too bad to play today with how recent, the injury was. So we'll just monitor and evaluate it each and every day, and we'll see where he is, when we get ready to head to Georgetown.
For all three, what's it like, seeing Henry come in the game and just make an impact right away, like the whole game?
For me, it's you tell all these guys, hey, you're one play away. I told Cam Donovan at the beginning of the year, we meet in our preseason one-on-ones, like, hey, Cam, Kamara, Aaron goes down. You're one play away from being our point guard for a stretch. And obviously, he had to hop in there early in the season. And, whether it's Kay or Henry or Derek or John Michael, Mark, just stay ready. And so they prepared themselves well. Our practices, they push each other, so their confidence is where it should be because Henry does his job every day to be prepared and stay ready, and they all do. And so it's not surprising, I don't think, to anybody in the locker room, although it may be, a bit of a surprise to you all because you don't watch practice every day.
Did you say anything to Jordan? I think he didn't get the ball in time on that 5-second call, and then he ends up being the guy fouled who has to step there and make them. Did you have any conversation during that time, or say, hey, you need to throw it in, or you need to do something? Or
Beforehand, you remind guys. I think kids are, it's 18 to 22. There's 9,200 people in there yelling and screaming, and sometimes you blank. I think their guy fouled us when the game was tied. It's like, I'm sure that wasn't the plan. We got timeouts, and you remind them of how many, and but. Yeah, obviously you got to be able to execute down the stretch. So there's things to work on, obviously, and we'll continue to work and grow and get better.
Coach, you guys went a little bit small in the second half and overtime, playing Enzi at the 5. Obviously, some of that had to do with how well Badley was playing and how well Enzi was screening for Baldwin. But can you speak on maybe what you saw in Marquette that led you to go a little bit smaller, or maybe something you saw out of that lineup that gives you that versatility that you have moving forward?
Yeah, well, part of it was to have Hen in, and so that he and Kamara could rotate, onto Howard there. The other part is Enzi moves really well, so when they got into their pick and roll, and we were kind of moving and had to fly around and trying to get him off the 3-point line. A quicker, more mobile lineup to try to get to him and get him off the line some.
Very good.
Thank you.
Thank you.